Well, howdy y'all, it's your buddy the Texan Detector. And if you watch the channel, you would know that lately I've been swinging the new Nokta Double Score, which I think is a great machine. It's a budget-friendly, multi-frequency, yeah, I know those words don't normally go together, a budget-friendly, multi-frequency detector that performs great. I've had a lot of fun with it. I have found a lot of rings with it already. I've been really enjoying this detector. But there are two things that I've been wanting that I think will help me enjoy this detector a little more. Give me a second and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Well, alright. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is just something more comfortable for me because I'm a big guy. I'm a little over 6 foot. I'm about 225, 230. And I've got really long arms and short legs. I probably got about 6'3" wingspan. And because of that, the Nokta engineers, I don't think are as big a guys as some of the rest of us are. But they do have an accessory that comes in real handy for us larger guys. And this is it. This is the extended middle shaft carbon fiber. Now I have the extended middle shaft on my Legend, but it was the old school aluminum. This is, I mean, nothing. It's super light and it's super strong too. So if you're a big guy like me, this may be something you really need or would really make your detecting experience a lot more comfortable. Now, give me a second and I'll show you the other thing I got. Hold on, before I show you what I got next, I do have to put a disclaimer out there. The Texan Detector is in no way affiliated with anybody. I am not a nomad. I am not a paid spokesperson. I'm just a regular Joe like you. As you see, this is not the Taj Mahal or some fancy TV broadcasting studio or movie set. This is just a back room built onto my garage at my house, and I'm just a old boy from Southeast Texas that likes to go metal detecting. I'm not a rich man by any means. So anything you see on this channel, I spent my hard-earned money on. And I will never tell you how to spend your hard-earned money. Okay, now back to the lecture at hand. This is the star of the show today. This is the SC24. For any of you who have used any of the Simplex or the Legend series detectors, and if you have got to try one of the 24 series coils, you know that those coils are a game changer when it comes to detecting tight areas, trashy areas, parks, tot lots. These coils, I mean old home sites that are just infested with iron, these coils are a godsend. They are a game changer. And I'm hoping that this one will be the same with the Double Score. Let me show you something real quick since I have the Double Score right here, if I can get it in frame. This is the stock coil. This is the SC30. It's the same footprint as the LG30, which are great all-around coils. But if you really want that extra separation, this is a great coil for you. Now, if you are looking for the most depth or the most coverage area, this may not be the best coil for you. I prefer the 30 series coils, LG or SC, whichever one detector I'm swinging, if I'm at the beach. because I'm trying to cover a lot of area. And most of the times the signals are not that concentrated. But anywhere where you're going to have concentrated signals and you want the best separation, I say this is a great coil to have. You can make up your mind yourself, but if anybody who's swings them, knows the 24 series coils are really amazing. So give me a second. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all the comparison on the center shafts, and I'm going to put this on a shaft, and we're going to see what it looks like on the detector, and I might even have a little bit of fun with it, who knows. So just stick with me and I'll be right back. Well, alright y'all, this is the stock center shaft, and this is the extended center shaft. So you basically have a good, what's that, 5-6 inches extra shaft, I guess. Well, maybe 4 or 5 inches extra, which may not seem like a whole lot, but considering, see that right there, I don't know if you see that roughed up mark right there, that is where the cam lock normally hits with this shaft in. So you want that much of your shaft in the other shaft to prevent problems later down the road. I've heard a few people talk about the wobble. The wobble is because they want to put that much of the shaft in the other coil, and then there's a fulcrum there that's working against your cam lock, and then not only are you going to have a wobbly detector, you're going to wear your cam lock out, and we don't want that. We want enough backbone pushing against the detector, against the other shaft inside the detector, that you're not going to have any wobble, you're not going to have any pressure, and your shaft lasts you a long time. So that is funny. That you see that? It's got a line on it. I wonder if that's their measurement where you should put it in your detector. That would make it, you know what, that one's got a line on it too. I bet you that's what that is. I never noticed it on the carbon fiber because I haven't really taken the double score apart a lot. I did not notice a white line on the Legend on the aluminum shaft. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on the detector, and I'm going to bust out the SC24 and get it on, and I want to see how it feels. If it, that's another thing that's going to be great. It's going to be a lot lighter than the LG30. So give me a minute, let me put things together, and I'll get right back with you. Well, alright y'all, the deed is done. It has the extended shaft and the new coil on it. Now, I had to swing it around a little bit to see how it felt, and I've got to tell you, it feels freaking amazing. It is considerably lighter than I even expected because I don't know, I expected the center shaft to add a little bit of weight, and it's carbon fiber, so I mean, I'm sure it had to add some weight because there's 5 more inches of material, so, but it's unnoticeable. And then the drop in weight from the SC30 to the the SC24, it's hard to get used to saying SC. It was hard to get used to saying LG at first. That coil is so much lighter, and with the extra reach, you know, you can just get it up in them tight areas. It's just, I'm really going to like that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and answer a few questions I know I'm going to get. If you get the SC24 for your double score, you do not have to do anything to the double score besides put the coil on. You do not have to factory reset. You do not have to change your settings. It is just a plug and play deal. Now, as you notice when you see my detectors, the coil is wrapped tight enough to where the coil doesn't go down and interfere. I mean, the coil wire is wrapped tight enough that it doesn't interfere with my coil, but you also want it loose enough because there's times you're going to change position of your coil. You're going to put it in your car. You're going to stand it up in the corner. And if you wrap it tight and then you straighten the coil out to stand it up in the corner, you might come out and say, oh gosh, I done broke the cable. That will definitely weaken your cable in time. Now, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to run a couple targets under it. This is going to be inside, so this may not be the most enjoyable part of the the video. I will turn the volume down on the I'm not sure how I want to adjust the sensitivity. I think I'm going to start with the sensitivity at 5 because that's what I detect mostly in the park with. I find relatively deep coins with the stock coil at 5. So I'm going to be a total unbiased test here. I know air tests are garbage. I'm one of the first ones to say it. But I'm not going to do an air test where I geek everything up so high that it's just barely stable, because if it's just barely stable sitting still when you're swinging it, it's definitely not going to be stable. I'm going to actually bump things down to 5, because I still think at 5 I'm going to get an 8-inch target pretty easy. Alright, well, give me just a second. I'm going to set this up some kind of way so we can do this inside and have a little bit of fun. I can't wait to go out and get dirty with it. I was hoping to go sneak away in the morning a little bit, but it looks like it's supposed to be a big rainstorm coming, so I got to just kind of wait and see on that one. So give me a minute. Let me set this up a little different. I'm going to turn things around where the coil's over here looking at me, and I can swing a target and just verify that you're going to get decent depth, because I'm not going to tell you that I love this coil and then come to find out I can only get a 4-inch penny. Okay, so give me a minute. Let me set things up and just see how things work out, and we'll be back having fun in just a second. Well, y'all, I did the best I could do with the situation that I'm in. So I've got the detector set up. I have it set on 5 sensitivity, and I'm going to bump it up in a minute to show you the difference. I got it on 5 sensitivity, indoors, on a table that has metal in it and everything else, but I kind of propped it up, tried to give it a fighting chance. I don't know if you can see this wooden rod right here, but that is a yardstick. So as I do the air test, I'm going to call off to you what inch I'm at. So first let me show you that if you take a book, go straight down, I might be giving away a 1/2 inch, but that's okay. It looks like it's perfect, but when you measure it, it seems like a little bit more I could actually be claiming, but I'm not going to do that. This is for funsies. Everybody knows air tests are garbage anyway. I just want to show that it's not just going to hit a 4-inch coin. So what I have here is just a common, very dirty, well, I don't throw it away, very dirty common clad cord. So let's do our air test here. That's 1 inch. That's 2 inches. That's about 3. That's about 4. That's 5. 6, 7. Hold on. I'm not really lined up with the coil here. 8. 9, it kind of pitters out. But that's at 5 sensitivity. I didn't want to bump it up higher than that because we're indoors, but we're going to do it just for science here, just for y'all. And you can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's at 9 sensitivity. And I have not done any kind of ground balance. And as you see, it's picking up the table when it shakes. So that is interfering with this test. All those things should be going against me. So I'm going to start at 3 inches, 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, 7 inches, 8 inches, 9 inches, 10 inches. It's 11 inches and I'm still hitting it. Now, we all know that targets are going to act much different in the ground. I actually believe you get better signals off targets that are in the ground that have been there a long time, because they've kind of put their chemical imprint or mineral imprint into the ground. That being said, I just wanted to show people a guesstimation of where your depth's going to be. As you saw, I hit a quarter good up till 8 inches. I still had a good whisper at 9 inches. I hit the same quarter at 9 sensitivity all the way to 11 inches pretty well. Now, that being said, all of the conditions are fighting against me and should theoretically lessen my depth. So you do with that information what you want. I'm thinking in the field at 9 sensitivity, I will hit that 11, probably 12 inch quarter. Okay, that's my thoughts. You do with that information what you want. So hey, that's my first look on the Nokta SC24 search coil for the Nokta Double Score. Now, I hope y'all enjoyed my little presentation. I'm just proud of my new toy, and I want to go play with it, and I can't play with it, so I figured I'd show it to y'all. And I know a lot of y'all are probably interested in this coil as well. So I wanted to show you what it's all about and what the Texan Detector thinks. The Texan Detector thinks I'm going to be finding some rings on the freaking tot lot. Well, all right, y'all. It's your buddy, the Texan Detector. Until next time, happy hunting and stay dirty, my friends. Yes, sir.